Hello everyone, you are watching the new issue of the Top 5, and today, we are diving into the past. In the entire history of the Earth, there have been 5 global catastrophes that led to the mass extinction and extinction of many species of animals. Now we will talk about these 5 disasters in chronological order. Let's go. The Ordovician Silurian extinction event, which occurred for 140 million years ago, opens our top. At that time, the atmosphere contained very little oxygen, and all animals lived in the oceans. Suddenly, a global catastrophe occurred, as a result of which 60% of marine species died in a short period of time. There are 2 main versions of the cause of this disaster. The first version is a flash of gamma radiation caused by the explosion of a star in our galaxy. At a distance of 6,000 light-years, gamma radiation has reduced the Earth's ozone layer, exposing living organisms to strong ultraviolet radiation. The second version is a sharp reduction in the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which led to rapid glaciation of the planet. Only a third of the organisms living on Earth at that time, including our ancestors, the Astrapsips, were able to survive. Without them, we wouldn't be able to watch this video right now. The next event occurred 376 million years ago, at the end of the Devonian period, and ranks 4th in our top. This disaster became one of the largest extinctions of flora and fauna in the history of the Earth, as a result of which about 75% of all species died. There are many factors that contributed to this disaster, but the main one is trees. They were the reason for the death of such a large number of species. Previously, there was a thin layer of soil on the bedrock, but with the advent of deeply rooted plants and trees, nutrient-rich soils began to form. The leaves fell on the forest floor for thousands of years and formed the first layer of turf. And then rains washed the soil into the seas. The algae absorbed nutrients and grew uncontrollably, eating away oxygen in the water. As a result, marine life began to suffocate, which was the beginning of a mass extinction. The third place is occupied by the most grandiose extinction in history, which occurred in the Permian period, 250 million years ago, and led to the extinction of more than 95% of all species of living beings. The main reason for this was a powerful volcanic eruption in Siberia, accompanied by the release of toxic gases into the atmosphere. For thousands of years, lava has been erupting from the Earth, and acid rains have been occurring all over the planet. The aggravating factor was that at that time, all the continents were united, and it was impossible to prevent a chain reaction of disaster. But a small group of animals managed to survive, including our distant ancestor, the Trixodon. We move forward 50 million years and find ourselves in the era of the Triassic extinction event, which hit life on Earth hard and almost turned our world into a desert planet like Mars. This catastrophe occurred about 200 million years ago, when the first dinosaurs appeared. Scientists offer many hypotheses about the causes of this extinction, but the main one is related to massive volcanic eruptions, especially the outpouring of basalt lavas in the Central Atlantic magmatic region, which led to the release of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere. Lava had been erupting for many years in a row, and the Earth resembled a hellish planet. From space, cracks could be seen stretching thousands of kilometers from Boston to Rio de Janeiro. The volume of the erupted rocks was huge, about 2 million square kilometers. It is amazing that some animals managed to survive after this apocalyptic situation. Among them were the first dinosaurs, which, in the absence of competition, multiplied rapidly, evolved, gave birth to new species, and dominated the animal world for the next 140 million years, until the next event, which will be discussed below. The first place in the extinction ranking is occupied by the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event, which led to the extinction of the dinosaurs. The reason for this was the collision of a giant asteroid the size of Mount Everest. The collision occurred near the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico and created a huge pit several kilometers deep. After a massive explosion comparable to millions of hydrogen bombs, billions of tons of red-hot rock soared into space. After 2 hours, 90-meter waves crashed on the coast of the territory of the modern United States, sweeping the mainland 300 kilometers deep. Then the fragments began to bombard the entire planet for several days. Fires were burning everywhere, and the smoke and dust raised by the collision mixed in the air. Dinosaurs could not survive such conditions. Unlike our ancestors, tiny and furry mammals who lived in burrows, they are the ones who inherited the land, that the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction takes the first place not only because it is a decisive event, thanks to which humanity exists, and not only because it happened chronologically, it can also be called the fastest extinction in history. While the mass extinction of species in the past could have lasted for millennia, this extinction occurred in just a few days, which makes it the undisputed leader in our ranking. That's all, friends. Like it, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to watch the 2 previous videos. I'm sure you'll like them.